I realized we haven't done a countdown clock in a while. This new update is like kind of like transitioning into everything.
Yeah, bro. Oh, DJ finally got into. He's loving Restream now, bro. It took him long enough. I said, brother,
you know he's old, so it'll take him a while to get used to stuff.
I know, but he's loving it now, bro. I tried to tell him a long time ago. I was like, Restream, brother, Restream. Let's do it all. It's like you can stream multiple platforms. You can share music, videos, all that. Hey, got people in the building already. What's up, people? Come on in this thing.
Oh, we do.
Let's get on over here.
What you been up to this week outside of Monday?
Man, honestly, brother, it was a full weekend between graduation celebrations, radio interviews, and oh God, what was that other thing? Shoot, man, I'm going blank because I was still recovering from it. What the freak was that on Sunday? Music video shoot. Duh. There we go. Yeah. Too much going on, bro. It was a crazy weekend, but we here. Had an off day today. So you know me.
You did?
Yeah, man. Full off day. I was just in the lab cooking. Still working on that Roman Reigns beat I showed you, the second one. You know what I'm saying? Had some more stuff.
This ain't even going in the show. We might as well talk about it. Is that the project I was like do like a transition tribute?
Yeah, man. I'm working on it now, man. So I'm gonna fix the loop from the first. I got the second one ready. I think Derek Slick wanted to use one of them for a show, and I was like, brother, he's a freestyle, but I'll make something else for you. I got you. Good to see my beat making skills are improving to people, and I'm like, well, you know, they were always there. I just was on and off with it, but you know, that's good to see. You know, we're trying.
I'm still out here in New Mexico.
New Mexico,
yeah, you know.
Any hot ladies out there from what you've seen, brother?
No, it's some. I just don't care.
I don't blame you, brother.
I don't know how to explain it. It's just like I don't care anymore. It's just like if I meet somebody, I meet somebody, but I'm not fiending for ladies right now.
Yeah, brother. I understand that totally, my guy. I get it, man.
And being out here on mountain time, it's like my body feels different. It's like I'm not hungry like I used to be as far as like in certain times. Like I have to force myself to eat at like, because it's 8 p.m. here.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not hungry yet. I feel like I'm gonna be hungry until 10. So then I gotta Uber. So when this show is over, I gotta Uber eat some food because I'm not finna get out at night because I don't trust these. I don't came across a couple of people who look like they would probably try to rob me and I'm gonna have to shoot somebody. So it's like I'm not feeling that.
New Mexico shady like that, my guy?
Oh yeah, of course. A lot of people tell me, they say, bro, do not go out at night in New Mexico. What's up, Rich? Do not go out at night if you don't have to. And I'm like, say less. I will park my rental car at the valet and stay my ass in my room. You don't have to dude, I will treat this like a pandemic. I will be quarantined if I don't have to go outside and Uber eat some food if I have to. No.
That makes a lot of sense. I wonder what it is out there about that, man. You think it's just because it's like desert and people living out in the desert trying to make some stuff happen? What's going on?
Niggas be weird.
Yeah. True that.
So, I guess we could push this button now. And then
get
the show on the road.
Let's do it, brother.
Feel this music.
Yes, sir.
And do our thing.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for GRESH Unleashed!
Let's go! When the club go around here, I'm a cactus, bang bang gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. GRESH Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yeah, it's bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section, guarantee you they ain't jaded. Yellow, you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag, coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like GRESH Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the GRESH Unleashed podcast. This is episode 71, according to my mathematician in this. I don't know, I messed that whole thing up. But joining you as always is the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, Gresh. And joining me as always is my main man, my right hand man, my partner in there, Mr. Highlight Real. What's good with your brother?
What's up, people? People, royally great, beautiful people. What's happening? It's your boy
I
Highlight.
need the ugly ones too.
Them too. Yeah, ugly ones need love
love
too. But you know, I don't really believe in the ugly word, but I know you do, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
No, I'm just trolling. I don't believe in you. Like everybody's beautiful in their own way. I just, as I get older, when I was younger, I believed it, but as I get older, I feel like it has slowly exited my vocabulary. So I don't really do it myself. That was just me trolling.
Oh, facts.
Hopefully you guys are good. Like, you know, I'm all about the positive vibes nowadays. So it's like, if it don't serve me purpose, I'm out this piece. But what about you, brother?
Man, likewise, my dude. You know what I'm saying? A lot of transitions, a lot of beautiful things happening. You know, always thankful. Another time, another day, another week to be here with my brother. Always a beautiful thing. Shout out to everybody. Hey, what's happening, my guy? We here, man. We here.
Yeah, it's a family affair as always. Like as I like to say, it's not a catchphrase or gimmick. Like literally, we do this thing. We chop it up with each other. We might mess around and create a non-wrestling podcast one day and with someone else. I'm just thinking out loud. But for right now, you are dealing with yours truly. We're live here from coast to coast, pun intended, to the name of today's episode of the GRESH Unleashed podcast, where we'll be previewing, predicting King and Queen in the Ring, Double or Nothing, all the good stuff. We'll be talking about WWE possibly producing Netflix documentaries. You know, me being in film, you covering music. That's this type of stuff that we definitely are intrigued into.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I guess we got a few little house notes. Shout out to our sister podcast, All Shit, Here We Go Again, with Ruthless Lala. She just dropped the episode yesterday. I left my main man, Highlight Real, in charge of the producers, and it was a chaotic situation, but it wasn't too chaotic. What was your experience like being in the producer seat for this one, my brother?
I enjoyed it, my brother. It was pretty cool. I didn't expect to be on camera all suddenly in that moment. So, you know, shout out to Lala for putting your boy on spot, I guess, being like, yeah, I like to be on camera too. But it was cool just being behind the camera, you know what I'm saying, and pushing buttons. I like that. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had to put you up on game on that. Like,
yeah. No, that was fun. Minus a little slight technical difficulty from time to time, but you know, what do you say when you got a slower computer from time to time? You know what I'm saying?
And it's live. Like shit happens. Like it's not a big deal. But if you guys enjoy those first 3 episodes, it's available now wherever you should listen to your podcast. And this particular one was with upcoming wrestler, the Cotton Candy Princess, Tiffany Avatar. Tiffany with an I, not a Y, so you won't get confused. I peeped into this episode, and this was actually pretty entertaining from my point of view. And Tiffany, she's so precious. I don't know if that's her gimmick. I don't want to break her character, but she's so precious in a way where it's like you can tell she loves what she does.
Oh, absolutely, man. Very, very sweet soul she was, and very talented, being able to just play guitar live for the people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
next time if we do get her, like if we start transitioning into the live podcast, we'll set up a live feed to where we don't hear her stringing the guitar more than the actual sound. There's a way for us to do it. My producer brain is picking that up. I'm like, okay, for
Yeah.
for future shows and future stuff. If we bring her, anybody in, we'll definitely try to patch in an actual mix. As
Nah, I
opposed
agree,
to,
bro.
like, that's how my brain works. I have to explain to people, but that's how my brain works. I literally will. I'm always looking at solutions to problems that aren't really problems, but it's a problem from a quality standpoint. So,
Yeah,
but
I'm
yo,
right there with you.
but yo, definitely make sure you guys check out that episode. That is our sister podcast. Oh shit, here we go again. It's every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't watch Monday Night Raw, you got something to watch. Ruthless Lala. She bringing you the gems, the authenticity that you should have from the business side of professional wrestling, because she's in the business. I believe she's over 20 years, 21 years in the game. So she's been grinding for 20 years on the independent scene, and she want to continue to give a spotlight to the independent scene, as we here on this show pretty much give a spotlight to everything else. So it's a nice little collaboration there. If you guys want to chop it up and listen back on it, it's something like you're listening to your auntie and your uncle chopping up at the barbecue, just chopping up with libation or reefer, whatever the case. You'll definitely make sure you give that a listen to in all the episodes. And you never know, I'm the producer, but you never know, she might have known me enough to where I have to chime in and be like, get back on track. But it's all love. This entire situation is family affair. Freeopedia is a collaboration that we do with everybody. So, yo, man.
Yes,
Gotta
sir.
keep. Let's look at the chat. Late, but I'm here. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, Marty said, how do people in New Mexico self-identify? They did not tell me, but I told them they some New Mexicans though. You got the OG Mexicans down in Mexico. Now you got the New Mexicans that's next door to Texas. You know, it's not even. It's like when it's hot out here, it's windy. But when it's hot in Texas, it's dry heat. I need Texas to get their weather together.
Yeah, man. You gotta love these different coastal regions, man, because everybody just has their own little it's like flaws, you feel me? It's crazy.
Yeah, man. So hopefully you got. So before we get into today's show, make sure you guys check out the new video that dropped on the main channel. It's something fun, something entertaining, in my opinion. This was my first video that I edited in about 3 months. It is a what if Cody Rhodes became double champion over on at Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, at WWE King and Queen of the Ring. Something in an alternate timeline, something fun. It's WWE 2K24. So if you're into that type of stuff, if you're into those videos that I do on my main channel, make sure you guys tap in and check in on that. Other than that, I believe that's all the plugging I got. So I guess let me look at the captions and see what we got to talk about. Oh, it's that time of the show. We chop it up with the fam. You got anything you want to talk about? WWE, AEW, MLW, TNA, whatever you want to talk about. Because I got some stuff I want to talk about. Tag team divisions, Netflix, Ricky Starks, Collision, that type of stuff. What do you want to talk about?
Definitely the Ricky Starks we'll get into. Sexy Red in this rumor that she'll be appearing next week.
Ain't no rumor. That shit confirmed, my brother.
She's actually doing it.
She's actually gonna be there. Ski.
Yep. Oh, Lord, help us all. Help us all. That means oh, Lord, help us all. That's all I can say. That's all I can say, my guy. Help us all. But I understand it, though, from a business standpoint. You know, I mean, this is really great for NXT. You feel me? NXT is really, really, really going to do his thing. Shout out to Marty, new Lucky Day single dropping. Okay. I'll take you 2 road on that one, my brother. Yeah, man. That's going to be a fun time, man. That's real good. Hey, yeah. It's going to help the brand a lot, man. So I'm you know, in terms of like how we mentioned they're going to CW and everything like that. So you already know it's just like
Marty, he's feeling the ski. Ski. Anybody there? What's the song? I don't listen to Sexy Red. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I don't either, brother. So you know
ski.
I've heard the TikTok snippets. That's
what about the Booty Hole Brown? Some shit. I don't know.
I think that's the same song.
Is it? Shit, nigga, I don't know.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, that's the same song. Oh man. Boy,
I don't know, man. It's funny how I started in the music business as far as like with audio, but I don't know who the fuck is making music.
Oh my gosh, you got another one.
Yeet.
Oh wow,
Now I
that
need
would
Jey
be
Uso
perfect if it was Raw. Yeah, he needs to come through for that one.
There's a time and place for the music, and when it's the right time, that shit hit for real. Yeah, I have to be high to listen to Sexy Red. I noticed that. Like I will literally have to be so intoxicated where I don't care. Like if like one of my partners, my bosses at the company that I work for, she was like, "Do you sing?" Because I said I grew up singing, so I can hold a note. Like if someone needs to find a note, I can hold it and find it. But I hate singing in front of people. And she was like, "So would you ever do karaoke in front of people or with your friends?" And I'm like, I would have to be 2 drinks in
You know
to
what?
sing karaoke and not care. And that's how I feel like I would have been at your party that one time I was there. Where I would have been more relaxed if I was drunk. I ain't even gonna hold you.
That, you know what's ironic, bro? That's exactly how it was in my sister's graduation this past weekend. Like when she did a karaoke thing at Impulse Lounge, and it was like everybody was sitting there kind of uptight. Like people were friendly and kind of like saying hi, but nobody acted like they wanted to sing for a minute. And then
they
it's
were
like
nervous.
once them drinks got in, you know, and them hookahs for
It was a
people,
wrap.
you know,
It was a wrap.
like, yeah, they was lit in, and I just took over as a doggone DJ at that point, and I just started playing songs and getting everybody hyping the doggone thing. So it was just hilarious. I was like, all right, this was interesting.
That's how I am, man. So it's just like, yeah. But as far as with Sexy Red, like I'm not against it. Like some people are like, oh my god, like Ken, I don't even know. He'll pop in whenever. He's like, bro, I don't want her not in my NXT. I'm like, nigga, it's not. It's like there's an audience for that. I'm not a part of that audience, and it doesn't faze me.
Plus, it just brings in, you know, new fans. You just never know. Like people who may not even watch wrestling but know who Sexy
But I
is.
need her to leave her comment section at the crib because them niggas are disgusting.
Yeah, they are.
Y'all fucking suck. And in the words of Highlight Reel, y'all freaking suck. I had to keep it PG sometimes.
That was a very Kurt Angle thing of you, sir. I appreciate that.
Y'all freaking suck. Speaking of Kurt Angle, you see what they doing with Chad Gable? They got a "You Suck" chant on Raw.
Did they? They gave him a. Oh wow.
Yeah, he actually, and I think it was they actually I missed half of Raw because I was doing the karaoke, but when he won, they literally sung "You Suck" on beat. The crowd, like, shout out Greensboro.
I have to go back and check that out. I don't think I paid that much attention when I heard that one. I got to go back and peep that because I didn't feel this crowd, man. I was like, this one sucked for Greensboro anyway. I was like, how y'all let Greenville outdo y'all, bro? I was like, how Greenville outdo Greensboro, bro? That's crazy.
Which one, South Carolina or North Carolina?
South Carolina. South Carolina outdid North Carolina, in my humble opinion. You know, it was like literally like last week, was it? Wasn't it like last week? Yeah, last week or the week before.
Was it last week?
Yeah, they've been in Carolina like back to back darn near.
Yeah, just like AEW loves Chicago.
That's true. They love them some Chi-Town. Not even gonna hold you, bro. That's crazy.
But yeah, Chad Gable getting that type of heat. What do you think about, like, I'm gonna get your thoughts too, but I'm actually kind of glad they went this route with Chad Gable.
Yeah, me too. Remember, I called it.
Yeah, you did call it because I feel like in hindsight, like if I really look back, where would they have gone with a babyface Chad Gable if he conquered Gunther? Because I hate to say it like this, but I'm kind of feeling that way with Cody Rhodes too. It's like now that he's conquered the almighty beast, what's next?
Man, listen.
It's some people with that question, like, do Triple H not know how to book baby faces?
Well, you're asking the guy who was normally known for being a heel, so I mean, there's that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was kind of his specialty. And really, if you think about the NXT days, I mean, his best characters were all heels anyway, if you think about it.
I mean, unless if you count Johnny Gargano, because I know that people love him.
Yeah.
I loved him too until he started kicking out of all those Adam Cole super kicks.
But think about it though, it did take Ciampa to make him the lovable babyface he ended up being, because he was that good at being a heel, right? So it's like for every good babyface he did probably have, he had a better heel right there. Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa, Karrion Kross when he actually was good, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, that too. So it's like
back when he was bald and not looking like Sean O'Hare in 2024.
What you said. Come on now. Oh God.
But,
throwback. Wow.
I threw people off when I made that comparison on Monday when I finally did sit down and watch. I'm like, this man is giving me Sean O'Hare vibes with the whole devil's advocate predicting the future type gimmick.
Yeah, man, I remember that, bro. Because I
like
have
that for like 2 weeks and before they put him with Roddy.
Yeah,
Piper.
It just went downhill. It was such an odd pairing too, because I was like, really, Roddy, this guy? I still,
all right.
I wasn't even super logical into wrestling back then, and I still was just like that. I don't understand this one. I was like, okay, they do not fit.
No, it didn't last long either. It lasted like a month and a half, and then they moved on.
And then there was that weird dynamic with like Rikishi and Jimmy Superfly Snuka, all for payback.
I mean, in a way, aren't they technically family? So I'm guessing that's the reason why.
Yeah, well, no, it was just the weird fact of like, you know, the whole coconut thing. Like y'all feuding over a coconut. Y'all letting that be your long-term storybook. Like really, a coconut?
That was pre Bloodline, before Bloodline was a thing. You know, the long-term storytelling.
Oh yeah, that and when Triple H realized who the real Bloodline was when he tried to hit Rikishi and sneak attack.
Highlight is older than me. Highlight is older than me. He's like 34. Him and my sister the same age. Yeah, hey, man. And I'm finna be 30 in October. So
crazy.
We about all of us about to be 30. Goodbye to the 20s.
You dig? Nah, man. It made me think of yeah. It made me think of that time when Triple H even tried to like sneak attack Rikishi just because he didn't want to lay down so that he could get the stipulation over Austin. And he's like, you know, all right. Kishi's like, nah, I done already did you big favors, Big H. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time for you to do me some favors. You know what I'm saying? Like he was talking so black, it was hilarious. I was like, hey, I see you, Keish. You know what I mean? But like,
nigga that night.
He was, and then like Triple H was like, all right. So he just turned off camera, grabbed a little weapon, you know, because he took out Billy Gunn earlier the same way, so he was gonna try to do that to Keish. Here come Haku. Oh, you know, he like, we got a problem. We got a problem.
What you doing?
Triple H was like, ooh. Yeah, no,
hold on. Never mind. That's a Tongan. Nah. One thing you don't do is piss off them Samoans and Tongans. They will beat your ass.
He knew. He was like, you may be
them Samo Tongans? Nah.
It was like, look, you may be the game, but they ain't playing. Trust me.
No, sir. They will literally shoot you with their head.
Game over. He knew to back down. I said, yeah, that's when you had the real bloodline right there. I said, oh boy.
That was the original bloodline. That's
Marty, you a trip, bro. 100, bro.
You from the Bay, so you like San Fran, the Bay? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If that didn't deserve a soundboard moment right there from Kendrick, I don't know what does. I was like, oh man. Niggas need to stay their ass inside. That's for the Bay, baby. That's for the Bay. West Coast. Let's go.
Everybody say OVO. Sorry, Marty.
You cannot escape that, boy. That's crazy. Oh my Lord.
Nah, speaking of that, did you hear that Kids Bop parody? Marty hated it.
They did a Kids Bop parody to this, bro. Oh.
You did not hear it?
No, I did not, brother. I did not know.
You know what? Hold on. We about to.
Oh Lord, Marty, cover your ears if that's the case. Cover your ears, Marty.
I'm about to I'm about to hold on. Let me see if I can do it. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can share a screen.
This is going to be hilarious. Oh my goodness, bro.
Let's see, which one is it? Oh, let me see if I can do that one. Can you see that?
Hold on, it's showing something. Okay, yeah.
You see that?
There we go. Now I'm seeing it, brother.
Let me see if you can hear that.
I see math problems.
Oh no.
You hear it?
Oh yeah, I heard it. The math problems got me already.
Mustard on my Cheetos, hey yo, any class clown, he a free throw. Man down, call the student body, tongue brief, bro. Get a high score all up on my SATs, bro. What's up with all these silly classmates trying to see the tension? I'm the fastest runner in school, so to mention. How many snacks you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm selling homemade cookies next to my locker. Skipping class and hide the homework if mom's watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show children. Certified on the roll, I'm the one that up to school with them. Raise my hand, answer some questions and pass those quizzes. Show up early, get extra credit with no notes missing. Say Drake, I heard you like gum. Give you a noogie if you try to ask for some. To any girl that talk to him and buy his lunch. Just so you know your little sister got the cooties from him. You wear your big brother clothes and those your hand-me-downs. And party at the playground with his bros now. And Baka got some weird pets, why is he around? Certified alligators, certified crocodiles. Wah, 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 wah. I'ma steady up. Why you playing Fortnite? Ain't you tired? Got my test scores, but it's probably A-. We ride the bus, we ride the bus, we ride the bus. We ride the bus, we ride the bus, we ride the bus. You think the class will let you disrespect our teacher? Principal's office gon' be your last stop, meester. Permanent record, I don't know why you still pretending. You should be doing
me to step on Legos.
Go. The principal's not dumb. Copy answers all you want, hey Drake, they're not slow. Missing homework still deep, I could go further, I promise. Ain't it something? D's in the classroom and you the dean's most wanted. Ain't no fun time, it's lunchtime, fetch Gatorade or something. 6th kindergarten, I had this class jumping. These bullies get a wedgie, be flipped over or backwards. What's PEMDAS for? Please excuse my darn actions, sir. Teacher says straighten your posture. I do my top tables, I do my class projects. Tell the flunkies quit hiding, always absent, no action, no sick days, and I'm hands on, do clean up, get polished. Hugging Wayne girl while he was sick up in the lobby. They gave him lunch money and you start saying sorry. I'm glad they took that field trip, you didn't deserve it, buddy. From the library to the bus stop, better not speak on buddy. Need to make up all your tests, multiple choice in the box. That name gotta be written down on the left corner.
This does go hard, low-key.
I got the #1 spot. Got a gold star and I'ma set it up to Mazda. Better be Capri Sun in my lunchbox. Say sweet chicken nuggets and I won't.
He said, y'all really play the whole song.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Ay, he be eating boogers, he a nasty little guy. Ay, if you got the cookies, then you need to stay inside. Ay, you cannot hang with us while we on the slide. Ay, recess is over, now we gotta get in line. Ay. We ride the bus, we ride the bus, we ride the bus. We ride the bus, we ride the bus, we ride the bus. You need a friend, need a friend, need a friend. Need a friend, need a friend, yeah. He be eating boogers, he a nasty little guy. He be eating boogers, he a nasty little guy. Hey, run for your life. Hey, curfew at 9. He be eating boogers, he a nasty little guy. He be eating boogers, he a nasty little guy. Hey, run for your life. Hey, curfew at 9. Say Oreos. Say Oreos. Now did this way, did that way, did this way, did that way. Is it snack time?
Oh my God.
Is it nap time? Then did this way, did that way, then did this way, did that way.
Oh my goodness. My Lord. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that officially took me to a whole different level of.
So next time, don't ask me about the parody. That's the first and last time we doing that shit. When Lala gets a new hip, I hope you get the first Larry. Hopefully, she remembers the oil before she Larry. What you talking about?
Oh my goodness gracious!
You gotta make sure she put the oil in her hip. Come on now.
That
He said it took me to a whole dude. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the GRESH Unleashed podcast. We like to throw you off from time to time. So, but what the hell were we talking about?
well, before that was rudely interrupted by that interesting parody. That was yeah, what were we talking about? Let's see. It was like moving on to news and chopping it up with the fam.
That threw you off.
Wow. I've heard it all now. I heard an eating parody. I've heard a Kids Bop parody. I've heard a Christian remix. That's it. There's nothing else. He said, dog. Well, hey, at least the Christian was actually from the West Coast, so it made sense. He's nice. He's a nice rapper. So, I mean, he did his thing.
I thought you were talking about the pastor.
Oh, no.
Yeah, if you ain't heard that one, good.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. All right, cool. Well.
He said, you know what? For that, play some Sexy Red.
Really? No, why
I don't even know her songs like that. You want me to play Sexy Red?
No, don't do that. No, don't do that.
Get it sexy, get it sexy, get it sexy.
I'm still traumatized from the fact that them girls at that karaoke party had me playing freaking Kaya in my neck and my back. That's still traumatizing to me. Exactly. Nope, it's a woman classic. Trust me. You don't want to know.
Okay, we're gonna keep it that way.
The people in the chat know about it. God dang it, it's a classic. One song I still despise to this day. Neck and my back.
Oh man. I guess we can talk a little bit about WWE because we're gonna say pretty much anything that happened on Raw for King of the Ring because I feel like Raw was more King of the Ring heavy.
Yeah, sound right.
So it's like we might as well say that talk for Raw. But the little bit that we will talk about Raw, what does WWE need to do about their tag team divisions next?
You know, I was thinking about that as I sat there and watched it, and
it's not even just that; it's literally on both shows, Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, because Johnny Gargano and them get no reaction sometimes, which is really wild to me. And then the women in general get no reaction. Like that was.
Oh, you talking about that Fatal 4-Way?
Dead quiet, bro.
Like they will sleep for the pretty much the entire match, and then woke up as soon as it got to the main event.
Yeah, it's freaking crazy to me. And then what's up with these women tag teams not even having names, bro? I'm like, bro, how does Shayna and Zoe Stark not even have a name? They've been together long enough. Kane Carter is
something. I don't know. Something.
Katana Chance and Kane Carter have been the legitimate most tag team and have no name. I'm like,
literally Chance and Carter.
Yeah, like Damage Control is the only tag team with a name. That's just because they're stable. You know what I'm saying? Like, geez, bro, what's going on here? Ivy Nile and Maxine are random. It makes kind of sense, but still, like, geez.
I mentioned this on Twitter briefly. I was like, I feel like the tag team division needs more than just fatal multi-person matches to get people to care. Because it's like, if I who watch wrestling, I wouldn't say religiously, but who watch wrestling and understand it, don't really give a shit about it. Do you expect someone who watches it less than I do to give a shit? True. Because if they're in the audience, not moved, not reacting, that is a problem.
It is, bro. Makes me wonder if the overall like art and concept of tag team wrestling is like, you know, is something slowly dying with it, because like even in AEW, it's like it's not hitting as much as it was supposed to from the jump. You know what I'm saying?
On the weekly TV, yeah, as far as what AEW is concerned, but as far as when they hit those pay-per-views, it's just the crowd. Do you think it's the crowd? Or is it more that because one thing I've noticed, a lot of people, especially online, they love to blame the crowd. But I'm like, there's more to it than that. I feel like you have to have an investment, because I'm gonna be honest with you. We talked about Jey Uso last week and how people are fickle. You were there. You recorded my reactions. I was not a fan of Jey versus Jimmy at WrestleMania. But that didn't change the fact that I'm enjoying Jey as a character. Do WWE need to create more characters within their tag team divisions to make you care? And I don't mean just say, oh, I'm a bad guy like your Austin Theory and Grayson Wallace, or I'm a good guy like Awesome Truth, but like actually build a world around them to make you feel invested in what they're doing.
Yeah, true. I mean, they definitely need some extra stories when you think about it, because I think about that one time, like I remember watching Rivalries and watching like how the Hardy Boys, you know, the Dudleys and Edge and Christian kind of started forming the chemistry they were starting to develop, and how they lit a fire in the tag division at that time. And it was kind of funny because the story started with Edge and Christian and the Hardys, and how they just had a whole simple ladder match for a whole money and contract for Terry Runnels' services.
What was it? The Terry Invitational Tournament.
Yeah.
Thanks, Vince Russo.
Exactly. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, at least it was some kind of story, sort of. Regardless of how it aged, it was some kind of story, which then eventually feuded more things, because then you implemented the infamous TLC matches, which tie into what you said about whole gimmick thing, but also you started seeing each tag team with their own extra piece, you know, Spike Dudley, Rhino, Lita, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know, man. Maybe they do need more character work. Maybe it's, I don't know, they got to figure out some kind of way. It could be a combination of that and the crowd, because like I said, when they're overseas, man, any tag match you throw out there, you can't really tell that they're not into it, because they'll show.
And it's more so because they don't get shows often, so they definitely going to show up and show out.
See, I feel like that's not completely true. Like, yes, but I feel like everybody cops that out, because I feel like if they do come there more often to these, like, I guarantee if they go back to Puerto Rico.
The only time I use it for, the only city I would ever use it for is France. But when's the last time they went to France for a pay-per-view? Or for a Raw, SmackDown. That's the only city I'll do it for. I'm not talking about your Londons or your UKs, because they get shows too. They just mostly be drunk people anyway, so they're gonna react to anything. So, but I think it's a circumstance too. Like, most American crowds just don't give a shit. They show up, pay their money, and just to sit there. And I'm like, at that point, just stay your ass home.
Yeah, man. Like, man, yeah, we got to figure that out for real, because I remember liking tag team wrestling quite a bit as a kid. You know what I'm saying? There were always some really, really good tag teams out there.
And I've said the same thing about AEW as well. It's like, when they used to rely on multi-team matches, I was like, it depends on the talent too. Like, if it wasn't for certain talent, I'd be like, I don't give a shit about this. And the same thing for here. It's like, and I like to add on to your point, give them tag team names, give them a defined, like, build the world around them. Like, when Katana Chance and Kaden Carter got to the main roster, they started doing vignettes. They stopped. They have since stopped. Do more of that. And it could be a circumstance of them putting all the attention on King in the Ring, and they can't really do too much. But at the same time, you can't really use that as an excuse, because you got NXT out here giving Roxanne Perez a vignette when she's not on TV.
That's true.
It's stuff like that where I'm like, you need to, like, if you want to have, like, R-Truth is single-handedly, in my opinion, carrying the Raw Tag Team division on his back, because he's entertaining as hell.
Yeah. And I mean, to some degree, you know, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory ain't too bad. They dang selves in terms of how they bounce off each other so well. So it's like, they're entertaining as a tag team. It's just, you know, you wonder, like,
they're on SmackDown with limited TV time, apparently, even though they can just give them a promo of just them being dicks. But
Yeah, pretty much. Like, give them some vignettes. I'd laugh because I'm pretty sure they could, like a Adam Cole MJF type thing where they're just randomly going places and just bromancing it out. You know, what I'm
like
saying?
Pretty Deadly. Like it's
Who I
it's
forgot
shit.
about. You see what I mean?
That's
What
I'm
happened to
saying.
them? Didn't they weren't we there when they literally said whoever won those tag team titles?
They was coming forward. They literally said that at the pay-per-view. They said whoever is the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, we're coming for those titles. So it's like, did you forget? I mean, it happens. I mean, I smoke weed, so it's like sometimes I forget some stuff, but it's like, just say you forgot. I mean, damn.
Yeah, tell me about it. Sheesh. At some point we gotta grade some of these NXT call-ups. And I think what sparked that for me was when I saw somebody post on Twitter the 2018 roster from NXT.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And I'm like, dang. That was a crazy,
it was a crazy time. 2018 NXT was a crazy time.
Yeah.
But I think anything before they went to USA Network around 2019, 2020 was great.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. And then
to answer this question from Byron, Cutler, Unleashed, when do you think the Wyatt 6 shows up? That's a good question, because have you been paying attention to these QR codes?
From listening to other insiders, I have, but I haven't just took the time to scan and try to. I'm not gonna do that. But I didn't do it when Bray was doing it. I was just like, man,
I did it at first because I was like, okay, I'm intrigued, but this time I'm like, I don't know. It's like I'm torn. I love the mystery stuff, but at the same time, I feel like it don't need to drag too long. It needs to either be in Saudi. I feel like they need to show. I feel like they're going to show up in Saudi because they're recognizing them on TV more. Like Michael Cole was like, these strange QR codes are going across. I'm like, oh, so they're actually acknowledging it this time. So I feel like they did the same thing with Bray. They're like, when they start acknowledging it, you know that it's getting close. So I feel like he might show up. I feel like they might show up at what is it, King and Queen Ring. The question is, who shows up? I already know Taylor, Bo Dallas. I don't know what he's going to go by. Or is he Uncle Howdy still?
Some people think he shouldn't be. Some people think he should just be Bo. But I don't know. That's a good question. We'll find out when he does arrive. Because
But put it this way: if you watch the Wyatt documentary, he wants to be a monster in tribute of his brother. So him coming back, he's not coming back as Bo Dallas. I call him Bo Dallas because that's what he was. That was pretty much him. Majority of his first run was Bo Dallas. Bo Lee, but it's like, if you actually pay attention to the documentary, he's not coming back as Bo Dallas. He might reference it, but he's not coming back as Bo Dallas.
Well, the Bo Lee thing in its own
and that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying they said don't put too much stock in the Saudi stuff. I'm not putting my stock in anything. If it's on TV, cool. If it don't, I'm not losing sleep over it. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it.
It doesn't feel like something that would show at Saudi to me for whatever reason. I mean, if they do pull up, cool. But it just feels like something that would show up either on an ending of Monday Night Raw or wherever brand they're going to end up on, because they haven't even shown this on both brands.
Mm-hmm.
So really, we don't even know what brand they would be on. It just, I guess, because all these shows are overseas. So at some point, if it ain't Saudi, it's got to be the next overseas show then.
Money in the Bank.
Toronto's a good spot. Yeah, you could do Toronto.
Yeah,
that could be one.
I'm not. It's bittersweet because I wish it was Bray. Because towards the end, I was starting to get slowly patient with what they was doing with his story. So it's unfortunate that he couldn't finish it. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not going to dismiss Taylor, Bo Dallas. Like, if he want to come back as a monster and he actually kills it, and whoever he comes with it, and they actually kill it, I'm all game. because I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like I know a lot of people like the seriousness in their wrestling, but it's like motherfucker is wrestling. I need some type of spunk, some type of razzle that like if this gimmick brings me back to like being like really interested, I'm all for it. What about you?
I'm definitely for it. I mean,
what was you about to say about the Bo Lee stuff? Because I ain't mean to cut you
off. No, you're good, brother. I was just really just gonna say, I mean, he can twist that in a monstrous way. Bray was known in his first installment as that creepy, you know, cult leader. So he can do that in a twisted modern version where it's not that original OG NXT version, but more of a tribute cultish kind of following modernized version where he still is like a monster if he wants. Just kind of depends. I mean, I'm sure I trust his creativity. I'm sure it runs in the family.
And plus, I looked at him. He don't bulked up since. Like he like when I looked at him playing around with one of them kids, he was kind of beefy. Yeah. So I'm like, he was slim before a little bit when he left the first time.
Well, it's actually good that that's happening though, because when you think about gender, you think about Drew, a lot of those people like from Heath Slater, a lot of those people from that era that were skinny back then, like really did kind of like bulk themselves up as they kind of left from WWE for a while. And they come back and you're just like, whoa, you transformed.
Well, who's this?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, hey, as far as I'm concerned, I like that on Bo. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother. Do what you need to do. Now I am curious though. You think his sister helps with some of the creative input a little bit? Maybe not necessarily on screen, but just behind the scenes.
Oh, you talking about like pitching ideas? Oh, most definitely. All three of them was into that horror stuff.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they brought her on just to.
And I wouldn't be surprised if JoJo gave her input too, since she was about to marry the man.
Yeah, good point there.
So I feel like they're going to be precious with it. Like they have no choice. Like people will be very vocal if they mess it up.
Yeah, man, it's got to be. However they do it, man, it's just got to really hit, and I hope that it doesn't like fall flat. You know what I mean? Which it shouldn't, based off rumored people that they're saying might be a part of this YS6, it should go right where we expected.
Harpo, who this man? Huh?
What happened?
What happened?
Harpo, who this man?
I don't know. But Taylor, I'm talking about Bo Dallas, Bray's brother. But speaking of hoping they don't fumble, what do you think about WWE doing Netflix type documentaries on superstars when they go to Netflix in 2025?
Given their production and how their budget is already crazy, add that with a Netflix budget, and man, shoot, that'll be one hell of a documentary, bro.
I'm trying to figure out who would they do a documentary on that we haven't already seen.
Good point there, brother. I guess we kind of have to wait and find out, man.
And that's another thing too. It's like they've already pretty much, I hate to say it like this, but they've pretty much already done documentaries on people that I'm personally interested in. To where it's like, who else would you do one on?
Yeah, when you go down the line, literally everybody has had some type of story told about them. Literally.
And it's on the network. Like you've had a multitude of Jeff Hardy documentaries, you had a multitude of Rey Mysterio documentaries, you had a multitude of Batista documentaries and movies, and John Cena, CM Punk, all those people. So it's like
Edge.
What else? Edge. Like what else would you do?
Undertaker, CM Punk. I mean, RVD. You name it. Like they've all been.
I mean, they could do another John Cena documentary, but didn't they already do like 3 movie documentaries on him already?
Yeah. I guess it kind of depends on how they want to do this.
Right. Or they should just go the route and just do go to the Big Show route and just do like original scripted shows.
Yeah, that would work for them too, bro. I can see that.
Which would likely probably be a hit or miss.
I do kind of miss some of their original content shows. I ain't gonna hold you. Like Swerved.
Oh
I used to
yeah.
crack up at that, bro. Like when New Day pranked each other. What was that when they got Cody? When they got Kofi with that powder?
Oh yeah, I remember that one. And then, didn't they do one with Paige? Like
Yeah,
cussing somebody, or Mercedes, Sasha Banks cussing somebody out.
yeah, it was something like that. And then
I know
Dolph Ziggler when he kept sitting on the doggone electric things, like damn it.
yeah, they need to bring back those type of stuff if they do it on Netflix or even on the network or Peacock or whatever, because it's like to me that was the charm of getting the network back then. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, of course the pay-per-views is fine, but like watching like Legends House,
that was cool. Yeah, that was a unique concept. I liked
Camp WWE, that adult
the
cartoon
animated. Yeah, that was funny.
like
that
stuff like that. Like bring that. Y'all got the budget and the production people, do that. Shit.
Bring that back. What was another one I enjoyed? Ride Along was cool too. You know what I'm saying?
Bring that back. Like it's stuff like that. It's like that'll attract new subscribers and people. Honestly, new people, especially Netflix. They need to do that because it's like you're trying to convince people to switch to your service to watch Raw every Monday.
Which I'm still trying to figure out how they're going to do that exactly. In terms of, like I still want to know how is there commercials?
If honestly, it's gonna be just like they did that Cat Williams special. Probably it was just live.
Oh,
they didn't have no commercials.
It was just live, and then when it ended, and then it just kind of was on the library forever, huh? Okay. Well,
they might do that, or they could probably throw in a like commercial break to promote WWE stuff.
Yeah, that would be cool. I definitely see them doing that for sure.
Oh,
kind of like they do with YouTube, except YouTube does have ads, but
if you have, not unless you have the ad block.
That is true. You were right, brother. You were right.
All right, we'll switch it over talking about AEW. Where is Ricky Starks?
Well, he ain't dead.
Should AEW just let that man go? Because it's like at this point, what are you doing with this man? I know you kind of at the top. You was like, well, yeah, I can't wait to talk about that. The floor is yours, my brother. Let's start the conversation.
Yeah, it's quite simple, really, bro. Like at the end of the day, let's just call it like this. AEW just does not like Cody Rhodes guys. Wardlow, how many times have we seen him rise and fall? And when he falls lower and lower each time he does. Right? Cody guy. Okay. Ricky Starks had some cool success. Won that FTW title. I can't remember if Cody was still there or not when he did.
He was.
He was, right? So there was that. All right. But then he had the tag team title success. Obviously, Cody wasn't there for that. But, cool. Now, granted, that FTW run was one of my favorite runs. However, enter when CM Punk was still employed. He also had some real good moments with Punk, i.e. because of Punk, right? Therefore, they had a nice feud right there on Collision. Collision was actually watchable back then. Entertaining.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and then let's not forget Bryan Danielson and some of the man has proven that he is one hell of a stellar act. Okay, by now, arguably he could have been, everybody, I know. Shout out to Marty if he's still watching, right? Let's call it like it is. That really should have been your first black AEW champion. Realistically speaking. Oh, yeah. Because he was already figured out before Swerve. Think about it. That FTW run and that run he had with CM Punk, all of that was prime Ricky ready for the main event picture. Not to mention the time when him and Powerhouse Hobbs had separated and feuded, and he beat Powerhouse Hobbs, right? So my thing is, he really could have and should have already been your first black AEW World Heavyweight Champion.
Do you think the rumors? Because this is just me being from basically what I pay attention to. Do you think that him I don't know where it started or the rumor started. Him being vocal about wanting to leave is the reason why he's not on TV, because he went on. I believe it was either What Culture or Fightful, and basically did an interview, say, "I'm not hurt. I don't know why I'm not on TV."
I did see that. Well,
So
I saw the quotes. And,
so do you think it's more so of him wanting to leave? Is the reason why Tony Khan is like, why would I push you if you want to leave? I just
honestly,
put you back there.
I think he just wants to compete right now. You know what I'm saying? Like any other wrestler really wants to do when they're healthy. You know what I mean? And it's frustrating to where basically even it's not that he wants to leave. It's more that.
No, the reason why I asked that is because Tony Khan, let's just be real, he's canonically online. So if he sees a rumor that someone wants to leave, whether true or not, he's going to react. And that's just me being real. Like, I'm not an AEW hater. I have eyes, motherfucker. You don't have to defend this man religiously like he pays your bills. He don't. I'm just saying, not you, but I'm just saying. Just saying, like, I'm just calling it what it is. It could be a situation, or it could be just a situation where he just don't know what to do with Ricky, and that happens. Because I think I saw someone who was like, this, that, and third, but then I believe it was either a lovely woman across the pond, Alyssa. She had some valid points. She was like, it could be a situation where it's not Ricky's fault, but more so that Tony Khan just doesn't know what to do with Ricky. He don't know how to book him. So instead of going tossing and turning and giving him nonchalant books, he's just like, I'm just gonna put him on the shelf and put somebody else in that spot, which is unfortunate, but that happens. Because I could say the same thing about WWE. There's a lot of people who I feel like should be pushed more than certain people that they're pushing now, but Gallus. But it's like they just don't. It's just a circumstance of the booker just don't know what to do or just don't want to do anything with him.
Well,
I have a rebuttal. Go ahead and rebuttal.
I can see that point for sure. And I mean, to me, it's a classic case of Ricky Starks is really, and I know you know this, so I'm just saying this.
Sure.
Ricky Starks is not a hard guy to book. The charisma books itself.
He's an asshole. Book him as such.
Exactly. His mic skills, his charisma, his in-ring ability. It's literally The Rock in 97, 98, 99. He can say some things. He can do some things. He can back
now,
it
do
up.
you think that hinders him a little bit? The comparisons?
Not really, because look at LA Knight. Shoot, the man shining in his own right. And I still don't believe in the people claiming that because when The Rock was there, that so-calledly killed his spotlight. I'm like, no, it didn't. Y'all like, man, y'all just wasn't really paying attention because everybody was so focused on The Rock. Y'all didn't realize they were still reacting to LA Knight just as much. So I would say the same for Ricky. Like, if granted, obviously The Rock's not in AEW, so you don't have that type of personality that's going to outshine a Ricky Starks like that. But it's like, man, honestly, I don't know. It's just like you dropped the ball with Jade, and WWE's already kind of shown in a short amount of time what they have done with her. So you don't think they can turn around and do that same exact thing for Ricky Starks? Like, we just talked about NXT, right? Imagine this man showing up right in NXT right now. You don't think he's going to carry that company the way Carmelo carried it, the way Braun Breaker carried it, the way Trick Williams is carrying it?
Now that you bring it up, I have that question. Will age factor into if he goes to NXT? The reason why I said it because he's 37, 38? Well,
he's still,
or do they not care about age no more? Because I'm still kind of thinking about the old regime too. Because how they care about age and all that shit.
I don't think so much that they do because LA Knight came when he was around that same age, if I'm not mistaken. And you see, and he spent at least I think 2 years.
He was there through the beginning of 2.0.
Yeah, he was there through the beginning of that, and I believe he came just at the tail end of Black and Gold because he has Black and Gold on too. Yep.
No, he was right there at the beginning of 2.0 because they was still. Oh no, yeah, it was like literally I think they was literally like 2 to 3 months before because he had that feud with Trevor Lee, Cameron Grimes. So Yeah. And then he went right up after to became Max Dupree.
Yeah, thankfully Ricky Starks ain't gotta go through that kind of phase. But I mean, yeah, I don't think age would have anything to do with it. Like when you look at it, it would be a perfect starting point for him, just because there will be a lot of people that won't know him, but a lot of people that will know him. And you know how the NXT crowd does. Most of them should know, like,
Oh yeah, they know who Jay Malachi or Javon Evans is.
Yeah, exactly. So they're gonna see Ricky pull up. It's a good way to introduce him slowly, let him get over through that mini NXT crowd the way he does. And then, as we've seen as of late, with the Lyra Valkyrias, with the Braun Breakers, with the Carmelo Hayes, who we'll also get into because I got some thoughts on that too. But dog, you see the NXT crowds kind of showing themselves even in the main roster. It's a little faint, but they're starting to teach the main roster, hey, this is what you do when this person comes out.
Mm-hmm.
You chant this, and then it just gets contagious, and before you know it, it's on a bigger scale. Look at those dog barks. They're getting loud now. And Pat McAfee is getting it over by doing it on commentary. So now,
yeah, that's how you do it.
Yeah, so Ricky Starks can have that same effect, bro. And I just feel like,
and it's like, I hate to say it like this, but it's like I just give up on him being in AEW. Like, when is his contract end?
Yeah, I'm the same way, bro. Like, it's literally the Jay Cargill situation all over.
He was cool when whatever he was given, whatever ball he was given, he cooked with it. When he was the face of Collision, when Punk was around, that was cool. And then he, with the whole Big Bill stuff, a lot of people didn't like it. I liked it because it gave Big Bill something to do. It gave him something to do. They did what they could with it. Then they lost those titles. And it's like the FTW stuff, like you mentioned, the Team Taz thing, which I feel like shouldn't have been broken up, but it's neither here. So much stuff that they let him do, like the whole open challenge when he was first introduced with Cody. Like, it's a lot of memorable stuff, and that's not to dismiss his run in AEW, but it's just like, if you're not going to use a talent like him, just let him go.
No, I agree, brother. I agree.
Speaking of Collision, I guess we can go ahead and switch over and talk about this briefly. What does AEW Collision need to become a more attracting show? The reason I said that because online all this past couple of weeks, I've been seeing people talking about the ratings and this and that, and I'm like, it is not attracting to me. I still ain't watched Saturday's show, and I feel like I don't need to, because it's like, and I think I saw someone say this on Twitter. I believe it was Phil from Fightful. What's the show? Grapsody?
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
And I think he said something on Twitter. He was like, "There's no glue between Dynamite and Collision that keeps you coming back. It's just a random show where there's the odd off good match on Saturday. I mean, good off match you can go back and watch, but it's not clicking to where it's like, hey, I'm gonna stay in on a Saturday night at 8 p.m. to watch wrestling instead of going out and party with my people." Yeah, because this past Saturday I was doing an event for Red Bull. I was not paying attention to no damn Collision.
Yeah, man, and I was literally, like I said, a whole graduation party, graduation celebration, and had no thought, even when I got home, as late as I got home, I had no interest or thought to even watch Collision. At this point, I just go through the clips and be like, is there a match that I
didn't even do that? The only thing I remember from Collision this past week is that Tony Storm got naked.
Oh, see, I didn't even see all that, bro. That just goes to show, like, I don't even look at the clips. I just look at what the match tells me. If it's two people that I can look at literally the title. Who versus who? Yeah, no thanks. Scroll. Who versus who? Yeah, no thanks. Scroll. If it's not a matchup that I'm like, ooh, I'd love to see these two cook, cool. I'm just bypassing. You know what I mean? That's it.
So it's like, that leads us to the question, like, what does that AEW Collision need to do to become a more attractive show? Because right now it's just a glorified Rampage, in my opinion. And Rampage been going on after Collision because of basketball.
Playoffs, yeah. And then they've been making that a glorified dark. Because who the heck's even watching Rampage? you know, it's
And it's sad that we can't genuinely come up with a way to make it better because
you
it's just
know,
like it's just not appeasing.
Rampage was such a big deal when it first came out, and then it's like they give these shows a new toy effect, and then they just
Don't care.
Yeah, because Collision had a great presentation when it first debuted. People were interested, people liked it, people loved it. It felt like a different show. It arguably was better than Dynamite for quite a while. And then all of a sudden, it just fell apart. Nobody cares. And Dynamite, people barely care because half the time you're just like, well, shoot, is it going to interest me this week? At least for me, it'd be like that. Because I'm just like, well, what am I going to see? You know what I mean? But, man, you look at these names and all these people that ain't being used, and you're just like, I mean.
Or injured.
Yeah, that too. I mean, it's a combination of things, bro. You can do a hard brand split like people said you should have did to begin with, despite the little CM Punk stuff that was going on at the time. You could have did a roster split. I don't even know, bro. I mean, at this point, it's just what do you do? Like, I have no answer for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got for Chop It Up this week. Do you say you want to talk about some people like Braun Breaker?
Oh, well, Mello. Mello. Let me ask you about some of these NXT call-ups, brother.
All right, yeah. Ask me about them, and then I'll give you my thoughts on them.
Okay. If you were to grade, matter of fact, I'll ask you a name and you just grade it, even with the sample size that we have. You just give me a grade and brief explanation. Okay. So I'm gonna let's start with recent, because we'll get into her since we talked King of the Ring. Lyra Valkyria. Your grade will be based off presentation, booking, and obviously crowd reaction and things like that.
I'd give it a solid C+.
Okay.
Because the crowd is picking up on like the whole chanting during her entrance, though. Woo! Every time the beat hits that part. And the match that she had with Io was actually pretty good. Like, I know a lot of people thought I was bashing Lyra because Io lost, but they don't realize that, hey, your boy is a fan of Io. Whenever she loses, I always react like that. My wrestling takes on Twitter is satire and joking. Don't take me serious. I promise.
Love it. All right.
Like, so I saw a lot of people that was like, you don't know ball. I'm like, bro, I'm a fan of both. Watch your mouth. Don't do that. That was just me. Me when I react on Twitter is literally me watching the show. How I react on this show is how I feel after digesting what I saw. And I feel like, yeah, it's still a solid C+. Like right now, they just doing something with her in the Queen of the Ring, excuse me. And I feel like for it to be a definite grade, I need to see what they do by August.
Okay.
Because it's like WrestleMania to August to SummerSlam. Like I need to see what they're doing by SummerSlam, and then I'll give you a definite. But right now, it's a C+.
C+. All right. So I'm gonna move on to another woman who's got on there a little bit before Lyra, so obviously has had some time to grow and is rising pretty quickly in most people's eyes. Tiffany Stratton. What are you grading her right now?
She's a B.
A B.
A solid B. The reason why I say that is because she is talented in that ring to the point where she picks up, like she's picking up the little things that I have been very vocal of what I like in my wrestling as far as like continuity. Like it doesn't look as performative. You can tell she's getting more comfortable in the ring. I'm still not sold on the theme music. She says she likes it in interviews. Good for you. Me, I don't care for it. I don't even really care about the original one either. So it's like, it's a double. I don't give a fuck. As far as like her losing in the Queen of the Ring tournament is not the end of the world. She had a great showing at Elimination Chamber early this year, had a great showing in Paris at Backlash. She will be fine. I feel like she will be a prominent fixture in the women's division going forward. So we'll see like what they do. Same by August, but right now it's a solid B.
Okay. Switch up to a man talent for a second. Recently, like I said, it's a sample size, but Ilya Dragunov. What would you grade it so far since he's been called up?
Oh, that's my dog. That's definitely still a solid B. Like a solid B. I'm unlike these fools out here losing their mind because Ilya lost to Jey Uso. Like, this man will be fine. Trust me. This man out here tweaking just because out of inconvenience. Like, this dude will, like, let them do what they do. Once this King of the Ring stuff is done, I feel like he's going to. They literally tease him and Gunther.
Yeah.
And the way they've been protecting Gunther, they ain't gonna put him just with anybody. So it's like, I feel like I'm practicing patience when it comes to to Ilya Dragunov and what they're gonna do with the Mad Dragon. I'm a fan. I'm like, people go, like, wrestlers lose all the time. It's like, what do I say? You've been here when I say it all the time. It's all about the follow-up. What are they doing in the follow-up? Are they gonna just throw him by the wayside, or are they gonna let him cook?
That's true.
So it's all about the follow-up. Like, we'll see what they do in the meantime. But right now, still he's a B too. Like, him and Tiffany are a B. So yeah, that's another B for me. I'm just ready for him to forearm some fools and H-bombs some fools.
All right. So in a sample size, I'm going to go back to the women for a second. Kiana James, from the sample size that we've seen of her and what they look like they're doing.
D. She's not doing anything interesting to me, at least.
Yeah.
She's doing the stuff with, she's playing up the fact that she's a businesswoman with Adam Pearce or whatever. Like, this, like, it's a solid way to introduce her, but right now they haven't really been. It's been what, 2 weeks that I've seen her.
About 2
and they've been like cameos, so it's not like anything moving. It's not moving me, so it's a D right now.
All right, so the man they call Braun Breaker. This presentation that is in many ways Goldberg and Ryback-like, if you will, with these squash matches.
This man is Braun breaking these hoes. But I actually, at first, it was a solid C. But I enjoyed that squash match that he did with old dude. They had me out here caring about this dude. Like, bro, this just play dead. Like, stop getting up.
Yeah.
And it's look like they're about to start giving him a feud. I believe it's going to be with Ricochet, because he speared him into oblivion backstage.
He did.
He about to spear that man into a new hairline. But it went from a C, because I'm not really a fan of squash matches. You know this. Everybody who listens to me knows this. I'm not a fan of squash matches anymore. I used to be when I was younger, but now that I'm older, I'm like, I really don't give a fuck. But as far as right now, his grade would be a B plus, because he's entertaining. That's the thing. He's evolved way past when we first saw him in 2.0. So it's like, he's entertaining, and it's like he basically murdered a man on TV. So it's like, if they go less on the squash matches and actually build him up, as far as like give him more depth outside of just him being Goldberg 2.0, Ryback 2.0, Braun Strowman 2.0, then I feel like they got something here. So, hey, I still feel like he should have, like, he needs to build himself up and then go after that Intercontinental title.
Okay.
For sure.
That would be crazy.
He's a B plus.
All right, then. So then my final one to ask about is the obvious elephant in the room here. And that would be the man they call H.I.M.
Carmelo Hayes. If it was anybody but Carmelo, I would not like this. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what it is. It's just like, how do you explain it? It's like he's talented, but they're not doing anything that's moving me to give a fuck. Yeah. You probably feel the same way. I don't know.
It's like, I like the cocky nature, because it's definitely him. It was him in NXT to a degree, but he was also backing it up. And the thing about it is, right now it's presented like he's cocky and he's talking all the junk, but then it's like, bro, you kind of for somebody that don't miss shots, you kind of 1 for 3 right now.
You jumped into an RKO, brother.
Like I said, I'm like, bro, you saying you don't miss, but you 1 for 3. You 33% behind the field right now, my guy. That ain't a good night for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you finna straight up Kobe in the fourth quarter and keep jacking up shots to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those things where I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? And then Bobby looking more and more wise because he literally tried to tell you, like, hey, man, come to me for guidance. He's like, no, I got this. I'm good. You know, I can't.
Do you think that's the point? Like, he's losing this, and then he's gonna come to Bobby like, you know what, my fault, OG.
Maybe, you know, it's really hard to call. I would hope that if he is up in the stable, it's kind of a Rock situation, you know, like Rock in the Nation, where if he does join the stable, he ends up outshining the stable so much that he then takes over the stable to where then it then eventually catapults him to where he's like the Rock. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, my computer.
You're good. I still heard you. You good.
Okay, so yeah, man. I mean, it's kind of hard to call. Some people are talking about his size difference right now from some of these talents and how he's looking undersized. Some of them are, you know, talking about just different feedback I'm hearing on people outside of our own. You know, the ones I care to listen to anyway.
Yeah, because I don't listen to everybody.
Yeah, we don't listen to everybody anymore these days, but it's like to the ones that I do kind of tune into, it's interesting hearing some of the opinions on him right now and how he's being booked. Like, phenomenal talent, doing his thing, but it's like the L's are kind of piling up just a little bit. And then the win that he did get against Baron Corbin, you're like, that was kind of baby faces. You know, like that.
Well, no, they was kind of booing. Well, they was kind of cheering Corbin a little bit.
Well, they were, but you know, they say baby faces normally win in the schoolboy kind of way sometimes. You know, heels do it too, but they usually do it with the tights. But I don't think he pulled the tights when he did it. He just rolled them up.
He almost missed that spot. Like he had to run into it.
Yeah,
because he slipped out of it and he almost tripped.
Yeah, man, it's just really trying to see what they're gonna do. And the main thing here, and the reason why I asked that is because homie, you think because he got the in-ring skills and he's got mic skills, but if you let LA Knight cook you the way he cooked you, because he straight up sunned him, I'm not gonna hold you.
Go play somewhere else.
Sunned him, dog.
He said, "Go play somewhere else."
Like, I played that segment so many times, bro. And I said, "What y'all got to say about LA Knight?" Because clear as day, he hearing y'all criticism out there, and I'm just telling you, y'all forget. LA Knight literally says, "I can't stop. I won't stop." This man continues to go, and he's trust me. I know he's hearing the critics, and he's not bothered by it. He's just like, "Watch this, then."
You're like, I bet.
You know, and he just straight up cooked the dude. I'm like, God dang, Mello. Like, you tried. You tried. But, man. You know what I'm saying? And then they even talked the trash after the fact when he lost. Talking about some, yeah, you know, you showed me, pal. You showed me. And he's like,
remember when he said, I didn't win, but I didn't lose. I'm like, nigga, you still lost.
That's like, bro, you lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's a double L for you, my guy. You got cooked on the mic and you got cooked in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, Mello. It's just like, bro, I need some flavor from you, some more extra. We gotta see what's going on, man. Because I forget that when the Mello we knew in NXT did kind of take off with Trick, the sidekick Trick, of course, the sidekick version of Trick. But remember, we didn't exactly see Trick shine by himself. Or I'm sorry, Trick. We didn't see Mello shine by himself. You know what I'm saying? To the Mello we grew to love from NXT. You know what I mean? And so that's just kind of my thought. Like, I'm just hoping that he don't sink. I hope he can keep floating. And I like the debut. The Cody situation was like, okay, that makes sense. But everything else afterwards has been kind of like, you know, because
like, okay. You like, okay.
Yeah, because this King of the Ring thing's been interesting with some of these NXT talents that have been in it and the ones that haven't. Because like Braun's thing is, I should have been in the tournament. Well, you got to earn your way. Well, Dragunov.
Like, I bet. Here you go.
Yeah. But it's like Dragunov didn't earn his way. He was in there. Melo didn't earn his way. He was in there. He lost to Cody on his first night. Y'all put him in there. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
like,
that is a little logic gap because it's like Braun's been squashing people before the draft. So it's like, why does he have to earn his way?
Yeah. That's why I said
then again, it's like it just say you didn't want him to take a loss. So you kept him out.
Facts, bro. Yeah. I don't know. It's just kind of my little gripe at the moment. That's what I'm feeling. But we'll see as the weeks go along. You know, it's sample sizes. You know, we'll see what happens in the next few months. Looks like LA Knight's the route for Melo. I like that. It's a cool feud. I don't know when LA Knight's gonna actually get some titles, but you know, hey, that's cool. You know, we'll save that for another day. Go ahead.
At this point, it's like, nigga. I mean, they kind of teased him and Logan since it's not gonna be Logan and Cody title for title. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's.
Can't wait till we talk about that one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Great.
Oh, we might as well talk about it now. Oh, we'll talk about it when we preview King Queen of the Ring. But yeah, they're teasing that. So I'm pretty sure that might be your Money in the Bank feud for the U.S. title. Since it's an international show, and they typically like to have Logan on those international shows.
It depends. Because if LA Knight is not in that Money in the Bank match, and dare I say doesn't win it the way he should have won it the year before, then at this point, yes, you might as well feud him with Logan Paul. But then again, now that I think about it, it wouldn't surprise me if he actually damn near almost wins the thing and Logan Paul costs him the doggone Money in the Bank.
And then they set that up for SummerSlam.
God dang it. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. Second straight year, he's going to probably be in the Money in the Bank and lose. And
yeah,
all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, brother. That's all I had.
All right. So do you want to talk about NXT before we preview and predict the pay-per-views this weekend? You want to breeze through it?
Yeah, we can breeze.
I'm not gonna lie to you. NXT this week was kind of mid.
Just wait, brother. I'm telling you, when Ricky Starks makes his way back to the WWE, it'll get a lot more interesting.
Let's see what happened. Fallon Henley and Jada Parker qualified for the NXT Women's North American Championship ladder match. Both solid matches. Jasmine Nix, even though they spell it weird, she got one mean Pele kick.
Yeah,
that's the one who's with JC Jane.
I remember her. Yeah, they were actually talking. That was another NXT class that was getting talked about. Was basically that class right there with Brinley Reese, Jasmine Nix, Carmen Petrovich. I mean, you name it. Like all these women that are pretty much shining like right now. It came from that very class. Kalani Jordan. All of them are from like the same draft class of women.
Rizzo,
exactly. All of these women. You know what I'm saying? That's wild, bro. Like how fast they're shining and prominent they already are in these roles. You know what I mean? So something to be talked about. You know, maybe we'll have to debate some draft classes in NXT or something.
My thing is, I've noticed that the women have been picking up quite quicker than the fellas.
Yeah. Not counting
I pay attention. Huh?
Not counting Obafemi though, because that guy.
Oh yeah, not counting him. I'm talking about not all of them, some of them.
But yeah, it is funny because when you think about the guys, like I said, literally Obafemi is the only one from that breakout tournament that we have really truly seen consistently.
Whatever happened to the other big black dude, big black nigga?
My point.
Keanu Reeves, I believe that was his name.
We haven't seen him.
I ain't even seen him on Level Up either.
Yeah, my point exactly. And they had some releases. So I know one of the other Native American dude, he got released.
Who?
The other Native American, not Eddie Thorpe, but the other one.
Yeah, he's been injured.
Yeah, the other Native American talent from that same class as Obafemi, The one that
he got released?
took out. Yeah, they released him.
Damn.
That's why I was just like, man, geez. So
Now, I think
clearly,
most of these releases are just they're not progressing.
yeah, that's why I said some of us fellas, man, we got to step it up, bro. I don't know what's going on, but the ladies is outshining us, bro. They coming in, showing out.
Coming in hot. Both figuratively and literally.
But it's good because they need it. I mean, if we think about it, the women's division kind of needs it. They need these women to like continually flourish. For real.
Mm-hmm. And even when they get injured, they be coming back even stronger. So Ruka.
Mm-hmm. There's only one that has it.
Who that?
Oh, you know.
Nah, you need to remind me I'm half asleep. It's
Let's
literally
just say you
escaping
used
me.
to see me gawk over this person quite a bit.
Jakar?
Oh, no. Even though we got some questions about why we haven't seen her shining yet. But now, think a lot worse. Blonde also falls into that blonde category, by the way. Yeah.
You talking about Nikita?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. No, that was a joke. That ain't literally. No. Me? No. I've officially retired from milk.
Oh, no, no.
When you say gawk, I'm like, hold on now.
I used to gawk over.
Oh, Oh, I thought you me. I'm about to say, ooh.
I said the one I used to gawk over, but I was also saying, like, we haven't really seen much progression since the initial first.
Oh, no, she's always injured. And I hate to say it like that, but yeah, she's always injured.
Crazy.
So,
all right. Now we got Wendy Chu coming back, so that's all.
Oh yeah, that's pretty fun. And I doubt they're gonna change her theme song because that's stock music. Like they have no reason to change it. It's free. It's free to use.
Oh yeah, that'd be crazy.
So, let's see what else we happen. Oh, the OC's going after the tag team titles.
Ugh. All right, sure. I'm just wondering, do you think we're gonna get them and God in some kind of clash inevitably in the future?
I mean, they're technically on the same brand, so
they are, aren't they? They've just been in NXT, but they are on SmackDown, aren't they?
Yep, they were technically drafted to the same show. So, and AJ's still on SmackDown. So,
yeah, I think once they figure out this bloodline situation, can't wait to touch on how you feel about that when we get to that. But
yeah, we'll get to that. Let's see what else. Oh, they outside of that, I mean, they broke up Lola Vice and Shayna Baszler after they lost.
Of course they did. Is anybody surprised?
And it cracked me up how she literally kicked her and started emoting and then immediately paid for it because Shayna popped up like, bitch. and started choking her out.
Yep. Looks like they'll probably. Oh, so that's what you meant when you said they're doing this again. No one.
Yeah, NXT Underground. They're gonna. She's like, nah, I ain't finna fight you at Battleground. I'm gonna fight you at NXT Underground. I'm like, oh fuck.
No freaking wonder. Oh great. Shayna just can't. All right.
So Shayna about to get knocked out by Lola?
Oh heck no, I doubt it. That's her element, bro. Lola, look. I love Lola.
Be realistic. Be realistic. Ken ain't in the chat. Be real. How you feel about Lola? It's okay.
No, for real. I love Lola. Like real talk. I love Lola. But that's Shayna Baszler, bro. Talking about the woman that beat Ronda Rousey. Yeah, granted, in a match we didn't care about.
Nope.
She beat Ronda Rousey. And you saw how quickly she choked out Maxine Dupree. Granted, it was kind of an easy one. When they want to, Shayna Baszler ain't playing with you. For real. When they want to. And more than likely, she's going to let y'all know she's going to get choked out.
She gonna be choking. But yeah, NXT this week was just. Oh, the last thing I want to talk about. I needed to hurry up and get to the point with Noam Dar and Trick Williams. Then you had Gallus and they asses because now it's gonna be Obafemi versus Wesley versus Joe Coffey for some reason.
Ugh.
And people trying to figure out why the Gallus hate. People either think they're the greatest tag team or faction that they've ever seen. People think they're boring. Me. And people think they just hate their guts. I fall in the category of think they're boring. I'm just never moved when Gallus is in the ring. I wasn't moving Mark Coffey. Or was it Joe Coffey? I think it was Joe Coffey versus Gunther or Walter in NXT UK. I was not moved by that match. I was so happy when it was done. I wasn't moved by Joe Coffey versus Pete Dunne before Gunther. Walter, I keep saying Gunther, but Walter made his debut. I'm not moved at all by Gallus. I'm sorry. I hate. It's like, if that's your thing, good for you. Congratulations. But me, I'm not a fan. I'm not moved. I don't give a fuck. What are your thoughts on Gallus?
Pretty much the same as you, because I look at them the same way I look at the grizzled young veterans. I just don't care for them. So what? I'm like, great talents can wrestle their butts off. But.
Yeah, they train. And someone responded like, he trained to find a boss. Okay.
Natalya trains like half of the women's roster.
And I'm not moved by her character a lot.
What
great worker, great wrestler. Like, I'm pretty sure she's a sweetheart when you see her in person, but as far as like character wise, I don't care.
In the words of Stephen A. Smith, what do you want, a cookie? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, all right, cool. Props to you.
Props to you. And that concludes our thoughts on NXT. Oh wait, Tristan said I think Gallus could work if they were booked like a modern APA. That's an interesting thought. Maybe.
Didn't they try?
I would have to see it be in execute. You talking about like hire hitmen, basically?
Didn't they try to do that same thing with Briggs and Jensen?
Yep, that didn't work.
Yeah, that didn't work at all.
So, yep. That's our thoughts on NXT this week. They're in that transition period. Like, all the big hitters are pretty much on the main roster outside of Trick. And it's like, and Oba, Trick and Oba, Roxanne. Like, they have some hitters, but it's just like this. It's just this weird transition where it was like, we're watching it. It's a fun time. My logic for any logic, my desire for logic is out the door as soon as Vic Joseph says, "Welcome to NXT." I don't ask for logic. I'm just there for the vibes. But it's like, even when I'm there for the vibes, I just don't care.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
But yeah, that's our thoughts on NXT. Hopefully it changed, this transition period change, and they just get that spunk back. But it's still a great show to watch every week. But right now it's just that transition period where it's like, I care to watch, but I'm just not moved to just be like, yo, this was a great episode this week. And that's been this is like third week this week that I feel that way.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks where we've just been kind of like start off hot and then just goes down.
Yeah. And if it stays that way, we're probably gonna take a break from talking about NXT, because it's just like, we don't want to like bring the mood down when we talk about anything on these shows.
Big facts.
So, yep, that's our thoughts on NXT. Watch it if you want to watch it. If you don't, see you next week.
Yeah, basically.
All right, now it's time to get All Elite preview AEW Dynamite this week, the go home edition of Dynamite before Double or Nothing this Sunday. Let's talk about what we're going to see. We're going to see Will Ospreay team up with Orange Cassidy against Trent Beretta and Roderick Strong. Any thoughts on this?
Man, not really. I'm trying to care. I'm trying to care, but I really don't, man. Dynamite just hasn't been grabbing me, bro. Like, I see Trent Beretta trying to be something sadistic, something, but I'm like, bro, really? Come on, dog. I remember when you was jobbing in freaking WWE back in the day, bro.
WWE CW?
Yeah, I can't take him serious as a heel. I just can't. You know what I mean? I was just like,
Yeah. Oh, this was funny. We have Bryan Danielson versus Satnam Singh.
What? Is this a joke? This is a joke, right? This is a joke, right?
No.
He's poking fun at sports entertainment, right? He's got to be.
No, he wants to fight Satnam Singh.
Brian, what? Why? All right. Well, good luck with that one. This is not looking like a watchable show at all. But okay.
But it's low key intriguing, but it's not moving me to where it could be a hitter. Like because Brian literally can get he got a great match out of Kamala at one point. And a lot of people didn't like how Kamala wrestled back in the day. So I wouldn't necessarily. I'm not finna put all my stock in this, but also I wouldn't be like what'd you say? Timeout?
Oh no, I said shout out to Kamala. I remember meeting him at a high school joint one time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool guy.
Konosuke Takeshita versus Matt Sydal.
Yeah. Nope. Still ain't doing it. I'm not moved. The earth is not moving for me. I am sorry. It is not. Ladies, I know how you feel sometimes when you just ain't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, nope. This ain't it.
Timeless Tony Storm, Mariah May versus Saraya and Harley Cameron. Don't care. Moving on. Oh my God. FTW three-way eliminator, Chris Jericho commentary, Shibata, Hook, the bounty hunter, Brian Keith. I'm guessing the winner becomes the number one contender. So I'm guessing we're going to get an FTW title match at Double or Nothing.
Not watch.
I don't want Brian Keith to win this only because I don't want him in the Jericho vortex.
Yeah. Shout out to our homie, man. I really would love for him to win on any other circumstance, but I don't know.
Nope. We'll hear from Unified World Trios champions, the Bang Bang Gang. So I'm guessing they're still feuding with the Acclaimed. Who cares? We're going to hear from IWGP World Heavyweight Champion John Moxley. He's going to be in the building. Malachi Black versus Kyle O'Reilly.
Okay.
So that's a interesting match that I'll be intrigued to see. But I think that, and then I think they're going to preview Mercedes versus Willow. So yeah, that's pretty much AEW Dynamite this week. That's what we're going to be getting to. So it's like Malachi Black, Kyle O'Reilly. That match I'm intrigued by, so I'm definitely gonna keep my eyes on it. And I forgot one match. My bad. AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland versus Nick Wayne in a rematch from 2023.
Oh, that explains why he did the. Okay, I was wondering why he was mimicking Swerve a lot. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's basically the sins of Swerve's past coming back to haunt him.
Interesting.
Because remember when him and AR Fox attacked Nick Wayne in the school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's an interesting story for Swerve. Speaking of AR Fox, I wouldn't mind him coming and trying to take a shot at Swerve. He does kind of owe him for that.
Well, they already finished that story. He's just not around TV. They did it on Collision. They did it on Collision. Him and AR Fox on Collision. So I don't know. They just need to do something with AR Fox. I don't know. Yeah. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Mm-mm. All right. So now it's time for us to give a double whammy and give a double preview and predictions. Or matter of fact, we'll do King of the Ring first, and then we'll do Double or Nothing since they're on separate days. So we'll start off with our preview and predictions for WWE King and Queen of the Ring 2024. So far, it's like 4 matches confirmed.
Okay.
They might add a 5th one, but I don't know what they would do, or they could just keep it at 4. So
I thought it'd be that short.
No, usually if it's four to 5 matches, they just make the matches longer to fill out 3 hours. So it's basically takeover. But the first match we have on the card, and we'll definitely talk about it. We can talk about it if you want, because you want to give your thoughts on it. For the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, Logan Paul challenges the United States champion. Logan Paul challenges the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, for the championship. I thought it was going to be title for title, but they, as of SmackDown last week, they said it will basically be only for Cody's undisputed championship. Logan Paul said, "What have you done to earn a shot at his U.S. title?" But I'm like, Logan, it's the U.S. title. He's the world champion. He earned it by default, motherfucker. What have you done to earn a shot at the world title? If you want to talk technicalities.
Yeah, true that.
But you want to talk about this before them doing this before we give our prediction for this particular match, or do you want to give our? Okay, yeah. Because you see that you have some thoughts on this.
Just briefly, make up your mind on what you're gonna do next time you have two champions go at each other for a match. If it's gonna be title for title, just say it's title for title. Don't not say it's title for title, then say it's title for title, to then not say it's title for title. Yo, the okie dokes ain't doing it. You know what I mean? Because either way, a champion loses.
I think it don't help that Cody literally said, "I want to be Grand Slam champion," and then it's like, "Oh, okay, it's gonna be title for title." And say, "You know what? Nah."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like I heard someone say, it's like it would have been probably more interesting if both titles were on the line, just because of the outcome of like, where would they go with this? Even though we don't expect Cody to lose that title anytime soon, it still would have just been interesting with the idea of,
He probably would have went the step, like the video I dropped today. I was like, if they did do a title for title, they probably would have just did the Seth route and had him drop the title at like Money in the Bank in the opening.
It still would have been a nice what if kind of situation. But now it's like, well,
and speaking of that what if, you can watch it right now on the main YouTube channel.
Shameless plug. Let's get it.
But for this particular match, Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul for the undisputed WWE Championship, who do you got?
Cody, of course.
Of course. We both have Cody. Like this is literally just pretty much a glorified house show. So I feel like our predictions are pretty much going to be the same. Like Cody to retain the undisputed WWE Championship. Now this one might be a little unpredictable though. Triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, who pretty much slapped Otis into following his lead and saying he wants to win the Intercontinental title at no matter the cost. And Big Bronson Reed. Do you have any thoughts on how they've been building to this match?
It's been pretty cool. I need them to get a new gimmick for Bronson Reed because the whole
he's just big.
The whole I fight for money. It's been done before, my guy. Kevin Owens did it. Quite a few other big guys have done it where it's like, yeah, this is a business. It's business with me. I'm using my body as a weapon and I'm trying to get a title.
Yada, yada, blah, 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 blah. Literally.
I need more character for Bronson Reed, please, in some kind of way. Like phenomenal talent, but bro, give me a reason to care. Aside from that, I'm gonna have to go with Sammy to retain it, man.
I feel like I feel the same way, but part of me I feel like I'm gonna have to go with Chad Gable because I feel like he's going to sneak in and get the win. That would unfortunately make Sammy a transitional champion because he just won it at WrestleMania. But that's the only way I would see it. Like I don't mind taking the L on this one.
Okay.
So if Sammy does retain, but it's like I feel like for story progression wise, I feel like Sammy should lose the title to a desperate Chad Gable and have him basically play cat and mouse for a bit with the Intercontinental title.
Okay, I see what that is. Yeah, I can see something like that playing off.
All right. The Women's World Championship is on the live. Liv Morgan, stepmommy, if you will, challenges the man, Becky Lynch. And I'm probably going to say something controversial. Probably won't. But I am not moved by this feud. Not in the slightest.
I don't blame you, because it shouldn't be a feud to begin with. It should have just been on the person that I got winning this title who should have got it the first time.
Liv?
Yeah. God dang it. Should have freaking won it at the doggone Battle Royal. Oh, man. Yeah.
So we're both going with them just putting the title on Liv. Like,
yeah. If they don't, I don't want to hear nothing else if they don't.
This is a situation where Liv Morgan must win. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And I love Liv to death, bro. I love her to death. Amazing soul, amazing talent, everything. If that woman don't get this title, I do not want to hear nothing else.
I don't want to hear I don't want to hear no wait and see. I don't want to hear no, oh my God, it's just a slow turn, slow build. Slow build to what? The story. How is it a Liv Morgan revenge tour and she keeps losing on the tour?
My point exactly, brother. This is it. You have to do it. Point blank.
This is it. This is it.
Nah, no, you didn't. All right.
I waited for you to win.
Push it to the limit.
Limit. And you in it, winning.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That's a meme on social media later. Remind me to make that.
You got it.
There you go, Liv. There you go. There's your montage, Liv. You got to do it now.
This man go. Ryan Armstrong said Liv will get the title, but add Money in the Bank, brother.
Again?
How long do y'all want to prolong this woman getting the title? Huh?
Bro. So you want Liv to win a title at Money in the Bank again?
No, my thing is you want her to win a title, so that means she will have to lose here. And you want her to win the title a month later, 2 months later, because I believe the next pay-per-view is in July.
Yeah, it's in July.
So you want her to wait 2 months.
And the irony of waiting in that 2 months at a pay-per-view that she's already won a championship at.
It's not even that. It's like she still will have to lose this tour. So that means she's going to be a loser on this revenge tour.
Oh, you know, I know, and I hear you. I just don't want that pattern because the last time she won a title at Money in the Bank, we know how that turned out. I do not want that happening again. It has to be here. No Money in the Bank.
No.
No, sir.
She has to win it here, or it's like I'm just going to be like whatever.
You and me both, brother.
All right, so now this one is going to be basically us predicting how it get it, because right now we have Gunther in the finals. People who were crying about Jey Uso got your wish. Gunther is no longer. I mean, Jey Uso has lost when it comes to King of the Ring. It was a great match on Monday. That Greensboro crowd showed up and showed out with the lights, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But Tristan said Liv should win by having Judgment Day screw over Becky. That's a possibility. But she should win the damn title. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. But Gunther defeated Jey Uso in a great match in the main event. I don't care what nobody online say. I don't care about y'all fickle ass online fans. But from what I saw, that was a fun match.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
So we got Gunther on the Raw side in the finals. Who do you think is going to be on the SmackDown side? You think it's going to be Randy Orton or motherfucker Tama?
Randy Orton.
You don't think it's going to be Donnie Thornberry?
I don't think anybody hasn't.
Whatever the fuck he was doing on SmackDown. Like, nigga, what?
Well, I mean, I guess.
So you think it's gonna be Gunther versus motherfucker Tama or Gunther versus Randy Orton? I think it's gonna be Randy Orton.
Does it move you if it's Tama Tonga and Gunther? Realistically?
Yeah, if they let him cook. Because I know a lot of people are indifferent about Tonga, but Tama, when they let him go, he can go. I peeped a few of his matches in New Japan on his way out. He was actually cooking.
Mm-hmm.
So if they let him go with no shenanigans, yes. But if they want to stick with the heel face dynamic, it makes sense for Randy.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Either way,
I feel like either way, I'm going to. Either way, I am going to go with Gunther winning the crown. Because if they do have Randy in the finals, he's been selling this leg injury, and Gunther has been winning matches by submission. You know he's going after that leg.
True, but when's the last time legitimately you've ever seen Randy Orton tap out?
That's the story. There you go. That's what sold me. That's what's selling me. He has not legitimately tapped out in a long time. The last time I remember him tapping out was when he was a heel. And that was in like 2015, 2014.
This is very interesting in a couple ways.
Tom will be acting like Curly from Hey Arnold. I told you that's Donnie Thornberry. Yeah, that's Donnie.
It's interesting in a couple ways because Tama, I mean, there's a narrative. His father did freaking win the King of the Ring before.
He did. Damn.
So if they want to tell that story, honestly, if I'm keeping it a buck, I guess ideally I would like Tama Tonga to win because shoot, this bloodline needs something.
Yeah,
they need something legitimate because there's no titles in this bloodline. That's one of the main complaints.
And being savages and holding a balding Jew hostage ain't really moving interest like that outside of hardcore bloodline fans.
Yeah. I don't even know if King of the Ring can even really do it, but at least it's something.
Yeah.
It gives you a chance to call your shot at a title. You know
so here's how we're going to do it. Since we know it's Gunther, who do you think is going to be Gunther or somebody from SmackDown? And if it's somebody from SmackDown, I'll definitely text you to verify who do you think it will be. So do you think it's going to be Gunther or do you think it's going to be somebody from SmackDown? Because I think it's going to be Gunther.
I think it's someone from SmackDown.
Okay. Cool.
I can see why people say that, but King Gunther just doesn't do it for me.
The King General. The only way I see this, the only way I would see Gunther winning this if this was for a title or like a title shot. They're literally just fighting for a crown.
Supposedly, that's what I thought it was for.
The only people who mentioned about getting a title shot after winning this was Gunther. And probably somebody else that I'm not remembering. But yeah, nobody has mentioned anything of the title. They haven't even made it about a title. No title shot. Like that's what I feel like they need to bring back. They need to whoever wins the King and Queen of the Ring should get a title shot at either Money in the Bank or SummerSlam.
Nah, I agree, man.
And it'll be apropos for it to be Money in the Bank because they can say cash in my crown for a title shot.
It should be SummerSlam. That was always ideal. It was always SummerSlam.
I mean, the reason why I say it included some Money in the Bank because it's in the stadium this year. So that's the reason why I said that.
Let Money in the Bank be Money in the Bank. Let it be SummerSlam. That way SummerSlam has its thing. It's WrestleMania Junior. You know what I mean? Why not?
Why not?
So, let it be SummerSlam.
Yep, those are our predictions for King and Queen of the Ring. Will we do a post show about King and Queen of the Ring? We'll talk about that. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. It's in the afternoon on Saturday, so it's TBD if we do it or not. Because we haven't done a post show about these pay-per-views in a while. Because I've been on the road, you've been on the road. And if not, we'll definitely talk about it on Tuesday.
For sure. Absolutely.
Next up, we're going to be talking about AEW Double or Nothing 2024. What are your speed thoughts on this? Like your hype for this card? Because on paper, this is a solid show. On paper.
Let me see. From what I remember, I think, yeah, because I know their pay-per-views usually kind of slap based off their cards. I can give them that. It's just, I got to see what it looked like, man, to refresh my memory because I've been on and off with them as of late.
You've been treating them clips, basically.
They've been getting clip treatment from me, to be completely 100 with you. They've been getting clip treatment from me. Because, like, nobody's making me want to watch. Okay. Yeah.
This is pretty much, So, basically, the first match, let me pull up the match card. You want to go so they're basically promoting this as a triple main event.
From least important to most important.
Basically, they're treating this. Remember Night of Champions last year, where it was like triple main event. That's what threw me off. Where I thought it was a King of the Ring last year. It was supposed to be a King of the Ring last year, but they changed it to Night of Champions. Like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Because at one point they was promoting it as King and Queen of the Ring. So I was like, oh, okay. Last year, and he was like, nah, I won last year. I'm like, huh? But then I was like, I did 2 videos on like me booking King and Queen of the Ring, and then they say, yeah, we're not doing that. I'm like, bitch.
Yep, they'll do that. Vacant.
So I guess we could talk about the first of 3 main events is what they're deeming it for the TBS Women's Championship. Mercedes Moné challenges Willow Nightingale for the Women's TBS Championship. How about you go first?
You know, the obvious answer seems to be Mercedes, but for some odd reason, the irony of being in Las Vegas and gambling as a CEO to lose would be so poetic. Especially because she's a heel, somewhat, from what it seems. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Willow to retain this thing for some odd reason. Swerve. Hey, man, I can't say that I'm wrong, but I can't say that I'm right either. It's just like, let's see. It's kind of one of those throw it out there to the wall thing.
As much as I want Willow to retain, a part of me is like, they're going to be like, you know what? It's her first match since returning from injury. We're going to give it to Mercedes and then do a rubber match since they're building it based off of their last match more so than anything. So this is going to be the time where we counter each other, and I'm going to go with Mercedes Moné to become the Women's World TBS Championship. Sorry, these titles names, my fault.
Yeah, I can see that. That
All
kind of
right, so
it up a bit.
yeah, switching up a little bit. The next match we have for the AEW International Championship, Roderick Strong versus William Ocean Perch, or AKA Will Ospreay. I don't see them having Will lose. I feel like they're going to put the title on Will.
Why are they doing this? All right. Shoot, I guess Will Ospreay. Yeah.
The only way I will see him losing is if they have some shenanigans with the United Kingdom. What are they? The Undisputed Kingdom?
Yeah, that.
There's so many titles, so many kingdoms and undisputed. They're all the same to me. Next up, we have a eliminator match for the IWGP World Championship. It's not a title match.
Oh my god, they're doing this at a pay-per-view? Wow,
that's what I said. John Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita. If Takeshita defeats Moxley, he gets a title match. If he doesn't defeat him, then he doesn't get a title match. Why not just have this for the title?
Man, you're telling me, bro.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Give me. Damn. Give me Moxley, man. God, dog.
It doesn't make a lick of sense. Not a lick. Like, bro, he's been attacking this man. Just put the title on. Because I know they said Powerhouse Hobbs got a favor cashed in on him because of Don Callis, but it's like Don Callis is in the same faction with. Wasn't he they in the same faction? Why can't just cash in a favor and get another? You know what? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Give me Moxley, bro.
I'm gonna go ahead and get Takeshita, and then let Japan deal with how they gonna beat their world champion on pay-per-view. Let them deal with that shit, not me.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Tristan said, "Why does Moxley's head look so big?" I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't mold his head. Ask God.
You know what? Moxley is home though, so if I'm still going Moxley.
Yeah, and he debuted at Double or Nothing, so I wouldn't be surprised if they have him win.
All right.
Let's see what we got. Oh, for the AEW Women's World Championship, Timeless Toni Storm versus Serena Deeb. I see Toni retaining somehow.
Yep. Good old Toni Storm with the shenanigans. Or just a straight up, win.
So you going with Toni too?
Of course.
Bet. Hopefully, and they're probably going to celebrate with Toni naked around, wrapped in a towel again. Who knows?
You know what though? I'm gonna say something in a long shot here. When are they doing Wembley again?
Next month, I think. Either between June or July.
For real?
Hold on, let me pull it up. All in 2024. Oh, August. Sorry.
August? Okay.
August 25th, yeah.
And
then it's going to be followed with All Out, like September 7th. So it's going to be back to back.
Okay, I got Britt Baker and or Jamie Hayter making a return after that win.
I can see that.
One of them's popping up after that win.
Or both.
Or both, but you know how they do that sometimes at these pay-per-views where someone shows up and it's like, oh my God. And it's just leaving you in suspense for the next time. So yeah.
I hope so, because I miss Jamie Hayter.
Me too, bro. Me too.
All right, let's see what other match we got. For the TNT Championship, we have Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black in a barbed wire steel cage match.
Oh joy, it's about to get real bloody. All right. Cope Because what are they even doing with Malachi?
I need them to, and that's the tricky thing. It's like I need them to do something with him so he could win the title.
Well, yeah, he could.
But you going with Cope?
Yeah, I'll still go with Cope for now.
All right, I'll go with Black because why not? Yeah.
Okay.
But how would we see them winning? That can count towards a point, like a point and a half. We could do it like a double point. Like, how do you see them winning? Like, do you see inside shenanigans, or straight up like no interference?
Yeah, this feels like a straight up one-on-one kind of situation. I just think Adam's just gonna be Adam. He's gonna find some kind of sick, unique way to do some type of devastating spear or that chokehold he typically does, maybe with a barbed wire bat or something. You just never know. Something like that.
All right. So what do they call? What do you call it? The grim face or something like that?
Yeah, I think
Something.
Yeah.
Let's see. What other match we have? What was originally supposed to be Eddie Kingston, FTR, Bryan Danielson versus the Elite in Anarchy in the Arena. Eddie Kingston is unfortunately injured. I believe outside of in a freak accident during a match in Japan. He injured his knee, and I believe it was an update either from Solid Monster or something like that. I believe he's actually out indefinitely with a ACL injury.
Man.
So,
dang.
That's unfortunate. Prayers up to Eddie Kingston and to heal. But in his place was someone who suffered a leg injury and got hit by a freaking bus. Darby Allin is the replacement for Eddie Kingston. So this man literally defied gravity and God and just said, I'm back.
We were literally just talking about this dude and the Four Pillars for this type of situation, and here we go.
Here he is.
I guess the Elite. I'm gonna go with the Elite for that one.
So we're gonna turn this into a double whammy too, where you get 2 points if you predict the outcome. How do you feel like the Elite will win? You think it would be a debut or somebody helping them, or would it be just straight up violence?
I'm trying to think of who the heck would even be around the debut. Who's someone from their end of their 90-day clause? Anybody 90-day clause up? I don't know. Unless Adam Page is just back, I guess.
Do you think Adam Page would cost FTR on them and join the Elite?
Yeah, he could.
Because they was kind of technically leaning towards him slowly turning heel.
Yeah, he could. I mean, he could. That would fit the moniker of the Elite. You know what I mean? Then it'd be everybody but Kenny Omega at that point. So, yeah. I guess give me the Elite with an Adam Page surprise pop up or something.
Okay. For me, I feel like I want to go with the Elite, but I feel like they're gonna. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Elite, but I feel like it's just gonna be straight up violence. Like I feel like it's not gonna be any return.
Okay.
So we're both going with the Elite, or we can both be horribly wrong and then we get no points.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And the last match I have, according to the graphics, because you know Tony loves to add matches at the last minute. We have for the World Heavyweight Championship, Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage. I'm gonna go with Swerve retaining.
Swerve for sure, but the match is gonna definitely hit.
But this is how we're gonna do a double whammy too. Basically, double point. I see Swerve retaining, but with Prince Nana solidifying his allegiance. Because they've been telling his story of Christian slowly but surely taking things away from Swerve week by week. He took the Mogul Embassy.
Mm-hmm.
He took Swerve's blood last week. Who knows what he's gonna take this week? I feel like they purposely haven't had Nana with Swerve during this feud because they want to test the proposition of him pledging his allegiance. And I'm not gonna hold you. Breaking up Swerve and Nana will be a horrible mistake, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It should not happen. So if they do, they should have Nana solidify his allegiance to Swerve, and then like have Christian be obsessed with taking Swerve away. Nana away from Swerve. Not obsessed, but like, yo, you have a decision to make to stay away from, like, leave Swerve for this amount of money and weed, and then he decides to stay with Swerve because he's like, Swerve can buy me weed.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how I feel like it'll come. How about you?
I think we get a Swerve, pun intended. You're gonna have like a couple of those a little bit where you're gonna think for a second Christian's actually going to win it. One Swerve being obviously, the family, the Cage family, the Patriarch family, however the heck you want to call them. All of them
the patriarchy, I believe.
Yeah, patriarchy. All of them getting involved in their own weird ways. To where then Swerve fights all of them off, and it just then leaves Nana to be the end result, which, like you said, will kind of balance on, okay, are we going to get Swerved again and he's going to turn on Swerve, or is this going to be a situation where he truly proves his allegiance and is aligned with Swerve for good? So, yeah, but Swerve wins.
Yeah, either way, Swerve wins. But I'm just saying, like, we just threw a little shenanigans here, a little extra razzle dazzle, so we can like have a blast during. Because that's one thing about AEW, their pay-per-views are fun to a degree.
They are. I give them that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just stories sometimes.
Oh, I did forget a match.
Wow, we got another one, bro. Wow.
Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta in a straight up match.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even care. Orange Cassidy.
You said, "Oh my god." you said, "Oh god, fuck this shit."
Actually, you know what? Well, Cassidy does win pretty often at these pay-per-views. He doesn't usually lose. It's rare that he loses.
I'm gonna go with Trent.
I was gonna say that
because he already lost to Orange Cassidy.
I was gonna say that, but yeah, I think I'm gonna still choose Cassidy.
Okay, you're going with OC. So that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matches. I expect this to be 14 by the time we get to Double. But yeah, Double or Nothing 2024. On paper, it's a solid match. Solid card. The builds to it has been pretty much hit or miss when it comes to that department. But that is our preview and predictions for AEW Double or Nothing, and that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get up out of here, we have Song of the Week. Do you have one for us this week, my boy?
Let's check the archive and see, my brother. I do believe I do. Let's see. Song of the Week. Let's see. Pull that app up for you, boy. And let's see what we got up in here, baby. This is at random right now. So, all right. Oh, there we go. All right. So, you know what? I'm going to go with my boy. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to go with Lecrae. Mayday. There we go.
Lecrae, Mayday. All right. Yeah. Make sure you text me that screenshot. And my song, you said what now?
The Big Crit verse, though.
Oh, the Big Crit? Okay.
Yeah, the Big Crit.
Tristan got Lady, D'Angelo. Bad. In my case, I'm going with a song written by our boy Marty. It is Mirror by
Okay.
Madison Ryan Ward.
Okay.
That song has been on loop in my head often. It gets you through. So definitely check that song out. Mirror by Madison Ryan Ward. So yeah. Before we get up out of here, where can they find you on social media, my brother? Plug up stuff, do all your good stuff, good shenanigans, plug everything, do your thing, partner.
Y'all know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure you follow all things at Highlight Life, HILITE Life. That is Highlight, but you know,
Not Hit Life.
Not Hit Life. You know, Lala tried to fool y'all yesterday. It's Highlight Life, okay? But yeah, man, let's see. Still working, you know what I'm saying? I'm back on my producing game, man. So we trying to do something different with these wrestling freestyles where I'm actually producing them myself versus just rapping over the wrestlers' themes and just kind of sampling them to make my own version. So that way, Mike Mayhem Music can, you know, have these published more often for your own listening pleasure. So that being said, speaking of which, make sure you hit that scan QR code up this way. And the camera's pointing that way. So this way, if you scan that, you can check out Mike Mayhem Music where you got the GRESH Unleashed anthem, Run Those Plays Up, the Talking Ish anthem, Run Those Plays Up, Trisha Dora's theme, the Life's a Botch theme, and I'm getting ready to upload some other themes that we'll be releasing hopefully within this Friday and the next couple Fridays. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all do that. Rock with your boy. Follow me over at Life's a Botch _OTS if you like Life's a Botch, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with me over there. And of course, make sure you follow all things OTS Media Co. We got some real good stuff coming up. You know what I'm saying? We about to hopefully make some moves that's going to be kind of game changing. I can't reveal those right now, but trust me, the OTS team has got some stuff in work. So make sure you follow all things OTS Media Co. And I appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. And you already know what the deal is when it comes over here with the GRESH Unleashed podcast. Support everything. Scan QR codes. Support. Subscribe to the podcast itself. www.gressunleashed.com. You can't go to gressunleashed.com without using the www. For some reason. So make sure you guys actually type that in, or just follow the brand itself. Solo.to/Gresh Digital Media. GDM Studios on YouTube. The home of all shit. Here we go again, and all of our future podcasts, because that's not the only podcast that I'm going to produce that I'm not going to be involved in, but I am going to be the producer in just to get my catalog up. So you guys make sure you guys tap into OTS Medias, tap into Highlight, everything we got going on, Highlight, Ruthless Lala, everything, Gresh Digital Media. Make sure you guys support the patreon.com/Gresh Digital, so you can, it's not mandatory that you support. I'm not begging you to support, but it's there for those of you who wants to support the show and the content and all that yours truly produce. I'm back home this upcoming weekend, all the way for the foreseeable future. So a lot more content coming from yours truly over on YouTube, and I might end up reactivating the Freepedia channel and do a lot of non-wrestling summaries, so that I can get my thoughts out on some things that aren't wrestling related. Just something for fun. You can support that over on the Freepedia TV. That's our brand, that's our collective that me and Highlight Reel started, so that way we can collab with everything that's going on between OTS Media, Gresh Digital Media, Mike Mayhem Music. That's pretty much the collective name, Freepedia. Make sure you guys continue to support that. That's something we started in 2022, I believe. We didn't really do too much with it in 2023. But we're definitely looking into doing stuff as we wrap up 2024, because it's literally about to be over, because it's like the end of May now. So it's like we're going to definitely be doing a lot of stuff, gaming stuff too, possibly. Make sure you guys subscribe to youtube.com/@gresh, all the good stuff. And yeah, man, outside of that, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode of the GRESH Unleashed podcast. We will catch you guys back here 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, probably earlier if we decide to just go live whenever. Right here, same time, same place. Make sure you guys stay safe out here in these streets. And remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Y'all be breezy.